So I have decided today that I will not be returning back to America. I will not be coming back to the U.S. I'm going to send for my children, and they're going to come live in Jamaica with me. And I'm living in Jamaica, and I'm not coming back. And I've already applied for my Jamaican citizenship, so I will soon be a citizen. And I'm not coming back to America. So send my kids for me, Barbara, because I'm not coming back. So to all my friends in America, I will miss y'all. Y'all can come visit me in Jamaica. Julian, my sister Monty, love y'all. But y'all just gonna have to come visit me in Jamaica because I will not be returning to the States. See y'all soon when y'all come visit me.
These people sat down and made a decision with themselves that I am going to relocate from the United States of America to Jamaica permanently. Did that decision materialize into something that is into a positive thing? Did that decision materialize into what they expected? Ladies and gentlemen, watch this video to find out. But before I move on, please welcome to my channel, subscribe to my videos. This is Real Marcos. Ladies and gentlemen, bless up every day, bless up every time, and of course, my biggest aim and my biggest objective is to one day visit Jamaica, the land we love. Ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe, share my videos so that at least you can make my dream come true. Someone was suggesting, oh, start asking for donation. Man. Well, thank you so much for the advice. But you see, unfortunately, some of our African YouTubers, they really destroyed, the donation act. They really destroyed it. They became greedy. They became scammers. I don't have to mention them. You know them. Okay, so there is no single Caribbean or no single, YouTubers from the overseas really that feels comfortable, sending money to anybody. So you have to look for your own means, so that at least, yeah.
Come here, I got something to tell y'all. I went and paid my property taxes today. And guess how much they were? I'm almost embarrassed to say. $125 US. I love it over here. I don't think I'm ever leaving. If it's that easy, I think I'm gonna stay right here, keep eating good, keep growing my food, keep paying these low property taxes, and honey, just living my life. I think y'all gonna catch me over here for a while, okay? Yeah, even with the hurricane season coming, I choose this over the U.S. And look, something bit me on my lip. But y'all know what it's giving. It's giving me coming out here and telling y'all some real stuff. That's me. That's what I'm gonna do. And if this helps you, can you please like, comment, at least 5 words. You know me, I don't care if you say yabba, 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 yabba. 5 words, save, and then share the post. So I can keep coming back on your feed, honey, and giving y'all this good information. I love y'all. No, it does not take a lot of money to move to Jamaica, but what it does take is you to have a plan. You have to start working on it now. Even if you're deciding to move next year or 2027, come up with a plan. Many of you all don't know, but I started planning this move long before I got here. Start to get rid of those things, material things that you have no need for, that you've been holding on to, because trust me, you won't need them here in Jamaica. But also think about what some of your deal breakers are. I know I had some. Let me know what one of yours was. One of mine is that I would not lower my standard of living once I came to Jamaica. And I haven't had to do that. So let me know what your deal breakers are. Some of you all don't mind lowering your standards. That just wasn't me. But I want to know what your deal breakers are. All right, love you.
I moved to Jamaica. Well, technically, I didn't move here. I just booked a one-way ticket, and I don't know when I'm going home. But this is something that I wanted to do for a while because living in the States is so mentally draining, and I feel like being here just puts my mind more at peace. So yeah, this is like the craziest thing that I've ever done in my life. I've never lived in another country. Although I do have like family here, they're not like my immediate family. Like they're not like the family I grew up with. But this is gonna be like the longest that I've been without my immediate family. So this is gonna be crazy. So follow me along on my adventures. I plan to explore like a lot of rivers, a lot of local spots. So if you have any recommendations, let me know in the comments. But this is the craziest thing that I've ever done, and I'm doing it. Shout out to the girlies that moved here and that actually gave me the extra confidence to do it. And yeah, just follow me along. So it's official.
Your girl is moving abroad. Where do you ask? Well, of course, the best place in the world. Duh, Jamaica. So now I want to bring you guys on the journey with me. This is officially my 3-week countdown. I will be going back in about 3 weeks so that I can get my TRN number, and so that I can also apply for the other necessary paperwork and items, and I'm going to do a little bit of apartment hunting. So if anybody has any recommendations on any nice areas, housing schemes, or anything like that, please let me know. Now, I've learned a lot about Jamaica in the last 6 years that I've been going there. A lot. But I know that there's still so much for me to learn. I want my information from the authentic Jamaican community, okay? I'm gonna do more videos for you guys. Please comment tips if you have any.
Wash day in JA, so different from America. But I'm getting the hang of it, you know. I'm just now learning how to like hang out my clothes and all of that. It's alright. Yes, I'm washing my sneakers. Why? Because pretty face and stinking boot is not nice, and I have hyperhidrosis, so I have to wash them. My little mummies. Y'all, I stepped on an ant's nest, wasn't paying attention. There's something them bite me, you know. Jesus, I'm tired. Well, I picked up my clothes just as the clothes were rolling in. You know what time it is. Rihanna, come. So I'm taking in a little African movie while I'm putting my clothes away. Before you know it, it's gonna be dinner time and the day is done.
I moved from America to Jamaica 4 months ago, and here's some things about my life that have changed since then. First, I gained 15 pounds. I came down here at 130 and now I'm around 145. I think it's because I actually like the food, so I've been eating a lot. I had my first hotel collab with a Jamaican hotel, and that's really exciting. It's not the hotel in this video, but you'll see it soon. My nervous system has calmed down so much. Like, I am no longer always anxious or thinking about what should I be doing next. I work hard during the week, and on the weekends, I take that time to be with my friends, relax, go to the beach, and I love it. Next, I realized I'm not that much of an introvert as I used to think I was. I see my friends almost every single week. I don't think I've gone one weekend without seeing them in some shape or form, and that has actually helped me to be like a happier person. And overall, I just think I got my vibe back. Like, I realized it was me isolating myself in America that made me kind of lose that personality, that girl that wanted to always have fun and spontaneous and be around people. A lot of people, especially in my TikTok comments, were like, no, go back home. Don't come to Jamaica. You're going to regret it. And I mean, so far I haven't. And I hope you guys are still following the journey and watching my life unfold in Jamaica. Okay, bye.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. But again, what I have noticed, there's a lot of similarities with the lifestyle in Jamaica and the lifestyle in Kenya, in my own country. Number one, farming. Farming is very, very done in Jamaica. It's the same way that farming is done in my home country, Kenya. Sun drying clothes, that is washing your clothes with your hand and sun drying them. Ladies and gentlemen, we also do the same thing here in my country, Kenya. We use our hands to wash. Ladies and gentlemen, cooking is also, is a lot of work. Cooking is a lot of work, ladies and gentlemen. You have to cook. You have to cook. Yeah, we do not love the idea of buying food every time. I've also seen the same thing among Jamaicans. They don't like the idea of going to the restaurants, buying food in the cookout, buying food from somewhere else. Cooking is a mandatory skill among Jamaican people. You have to know how to cook. Yeah, you can't call yourself a Jamaican and you can't cook. You don't know how to cook. That's a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and of course they transfer the same spirit of hard work from Jamaica to USA. That's why they work very hard. Okay, that's why you often see some people who do not understand the culture of Jamaica and their hard work opening a video and talking a lot of nonsense, insulting the people of Caribbean, insulting Jamaicans, insulting Africans, because our environment designed us to work hard, not to be lazy, ladies and gentlemen. I have seen some people claiming, "Oh, we stopped." I don't want to mention their names. They are they are black. Some of them are black Americans. "Oh, we stopped being nice to Africa. We stopped being nice to Jamaica. We don't like them." When have you ever been nice? You have never been nice to Jamaicans. You have never been nice to to Africans. All you have gotten is hateful comments from people like you. Okay. But either way, I don't want to focus so much on those details. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, majority of these Americans are shutting down the perception against Jamaica, that Jamaica is a bad place, Jamaica is a dangerous place. Do not visit Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, they are crashing down that kind of negative stereotype. And from what I have seen from their own videos, they enjoyed their own lives. Does it mean that there are no problems in Jamaica? And of course, there are problems in Jamaica, just like my own country here. Okay, is there some places where there is crime? Yes, there's some places where there is crime. Just like myself, just like my hometown here in Kenya, just like United States of America, there are also some places, in the USA where crime is very high. Okay, of course, we also have sometimes you have electricity problems, sometimes we have water problems, but all in all, it's a nice place. It's a good place. The environment is very nice, ladies and gentlemen. The cost of living, what about the cost of living? Yeah, sometimes it depends with the places, just like my own country. Okay, there are some places where, food is expensive, the lifestyle is expensive. There are some places where, their lifestyle is affordable, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, from what I have seen in their videos, Jamaica is a nice place. The culture is quite different. I have seen Jamaicans, they home, they sun dry their clothes just like the way we do it here in Kenya. In Kenya, I also sun dry my own clothes. I use my own hands to wash my clothes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I fetch water from the well all the way to my place and I sun dry every single one of my clothes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, our environment designed us Kenyans and Jamaicans to work hard. Ladies and gentlemen, to survive, you must work with your hands. To eat, you must work with your hands. That is how we were designed. So when we go to USA, we transfer the same kind of spirit, and that's why we work. We have no time to hate. We don't start hating, or we don't start doing certain things. No, just going there to work hard, to make good out of ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. That's why sometimes I sit down and I ask myself questions. Some people opening a video and claiming that, Jamaicans or Caribbeans are not nice to us. Africans are not nice to us. They hate us. We have been so nice. We have been trying to be so nice to them. There's no day that you have ever been nice to Jamaicans. There is no day that you have ever been nice to Africans. And you know the kind of people that I'm talking about. You know them, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to mention any of their names here. Okay? They are not Caribbeans. No, they are not Africans. But they are our own kind that look like us, that make hateful videos every time, every now and then. We have never done anything wrong to them. We have never said any bad word to them. But these people, out of blue moon, they just hated us for nothing. But I don't want to focus so much on them, ladies and gentlemen. So from what I have seen, the relocation was worth it for most of them, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, of course, others they said, this culture is too hard for me. I'm used to using machines to wash my clothes. They cannot. They changed. Relocating to another part of the world is not an easy thing, but not for these Americans. These Americans, they made a decision with themselves that they are going to relocate to Jamaica permanently, and they have their own testimonies that I'm going to share with you here. And of course, so many people have different objectives, others have different expectations, but were their expectations met? Check it out, ladies and gentlemen, and tell me what you think about it. I see there has always been some stereotypes about or against Jamaica out there, that Jamaica is dangerous, that someone is going to steal your hair and run away with it, that someone is going to steal your beautiful voice and run away with it, which is not true. Okay, I'm so glad that these people are breaking out these stereotypes and prejudices, and they are encouraging the rest of the world to please come to Jamaica. This is paradise. And you know, if you search very well, you might find Jesus in Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this.